Well, first, let me apologize because when I came out here, it was quiet. As always, when I try and do these things, it is the 4th of January 2026, and I'm tired. So, Daddy Dumpy Pants went on ahead and not only invaded a nation, but kidnapped their president and his wife. Maduro is a piece of shit, and I'm sure his wife isn't much better, but this whole some have to follow laws and others don't is it's bullshit. I I don't agree with the statement that, or with statements like, we were a great nation once, or great people started our nation. Our nation started with genocide of the people that were originally here. Our nation was built by people that were stolen from their homeland and sold like cattle and treated like shit for centuries. The disabled, the different, women, Asians. It's been one group after another that has been punished or hated for stupid fucking reasons, for reasons that make no sense. And our nation also has the habit of going around and wiping its dirty dick across people's noses and expecting not to get punched. We are not a great nation. We do not do right by the world, and we do not do right by our own people. We're violent. We create terrorists. We steal nations' resources. We lift up and place dictators, so that way we can steal resources. We sacrifice American lives for that, and we sacrifice the lives of civilians in those countries. We are also very close to 80 years out from World War II, which is sticking true to the pattern. Every 80 years, the wealthy need to start some shit, so that way they can keep capitalism going and keep us broken. I am learning that the whole international court and all that is just bullshit. We're counting on people in the circle to keep the circle in check, and it's not going to work like that. We should be keeping them in check. The problem is the wealthy has not been fed to the masses. The wealthy has been insulated within their own, protected by the laws that they buy and pay for. So they're not going to suffer consequences because we're not the ones handing them out. Feed a pedophile to the masses. Feed a billionaire to the masses. Then you'll get justice. How Charlie Kirk, piece of shit prick that he is, was murdered, and the whole case is funky and full of bullshit, and I'm actually mad that the dude's not going to get justice, because I promise you, it was not somebody who disagreed with his politics that took him out. He pissed somebody in power off, or they were desperate enough to use him as a distraction from the Epstein files. The economy is getting worse and worse. Record layoffs. I mean, I don't know if it's record layoffs. I know it's record bankruptcies. And I know every time the economy gets like this, Next thing is war, so there's Venezuela. I don't think it really has anything to do with oil. I definitely know it has nothing to do with drugs. Colombia brings all the drugs. Plus, Trump has done nothing but pardon drug dealers and given El Chapo's family somewhere to chill and start up again. So, yeah, not falling for that. And MAGA, there's still way too many of them that are just too comfortable with how he's handling the Epstein files. They're too stupid to understand he's not just protecting himself, he's protecting the entire ring. So even if he was innocent, even if he never touched a child, even if he never raped a person, he's still protecting those kinds of people. This is not okay. This is not acceptable. It wouldn't be acceptable if Biden was doing it. It's not acceptable if Trump's doing it. And I'm just sitting here thinking about all the horrendous shit our country has done. Not in the name of capitalism, but on the behalf of greedy capitalists. Capitalism kept in check really ain't a bad thing. It's still a stupid illusion that we created. The problem is when it's unchecked, it creates more illusions. The illusion that those that have it all are, well, they have absolute power, and those that have none of it are absolutely powerless. And without it, we aren't motivated to do a fucking thing. All of those are illusions. All of those are lies. When I was lost down the rabbit holes of conspiracy theories, and I'll keep saying this, a lot of this shit that said was going to be done is being done, except it wasn't Democrats that did it. It came from the Republican side. So I've been trying to remember some of the stuff that I heard during that time. And one of the things that was constantly being hyped on was New World Order, One World Government. So if I go off of the whole every accusation is a confession and projection that these waffles tend to do, they're not afraid of a one world order. They're not afraid of that. They're afraid of a new world order. And while I was thinking, that meant, what countries have power, the most power, da-da-da-da, like what's happening now, switching of the world order. I don't think they meant it like that. I think they're afraid of a global movement against the wealthy, against those that have hogged power and abused people and nations and systems. We all know in our country they definitely don't want us coming together. They wanted us as divided as possible. I don't think they want that just for our country. I think they want that worldwide. Because we really could fuck some shit up. Metaphorically speaking. And I'm looking at everything that we would have to fix about the Constitution, about the fact that we have no enforcement mechanisms for when our servants, our public servants, we need to stop calling them leaders. They're not the leaders. We're supposed to be the leaders. There's no enforcement mechanism for when our political servants, public servants, step out of line, break laws, abandon the people, so on and so forth. And Like, when you look at what we do with the president. Okay, he gets impeached. And what? An asterisk by his name in the history books? Still gets to be president. Still gets to be corrupt. Doesn't go to jail for anything. So what's the real purpose of impeachment? Oh, you sucked as a president? We could put that in headlines. We don't need bullshit committees and politicians to do that. And the fact that we have to worry about basic human rights being codified before they're respected. They should just automatically be. There should not be a mechanism, a way for some bigot to start a movement to undo it. Our Supreme Court, term limits, age limits, real punishment for taking bribes and gifts. They shouldn't be allowed to take bribes, gifts at all, any amount. And they shouldn't be allowed to hang with the wealthier politicians. And they should be educated and have experience with constitutional law. And both parties have establishment politicians. They're going to bend to the donors, just like Obama did with the banks, and just like the Republicans always do for big oil and perverts. And then learning about how the international courts thing is just a fucking joke. That does not leave me in a place where I want to participate anymore. This is all bullshit. There's no other way around it. We deserve better, and no dollar amount should decide that. We're all on this fucking planet together, whether we like it or not. None of us are getting off this bitch alive, and we're not taking any of this with us when we go. We have our priorities backwards and fucked up. We should be putting each other first, not corporations. And corporations aren't people. And if we are going to consider them people, then some motherfuckers need to be in prison for the lives that they cost, being corrupt and being shitty with their business and polluting air, water, causing oil rigs to blow up. Yeah, people should be, corporations should be in jail for being murderous pricks. But we're not seeing that happen anytime soon, are we? No. And everybody's like, well, progress moves forward and it can be slow. The arc is long. All I'm seeing from history is that we are an insane species. Keep doing the same shit, expecting a different result. Palestine, Syria. Is this Syria? I really need to start writing shit down. But all the places where the children are being murdered and civilians are just being treated like shit, starved, no clean water. And a lot of it is our doing. All for this illusion that we call riches wealth. I know I won't live long enough to see humanity shed this shit, but I do hope by the time I die, I start seeing real steps happening. I want better for the future, not this shit. Christians want to talk about the traditional families under attack. They're not even the traditional family, but let's go with it. It's not under attack by the queer community, it's under attack by capitalism. Well, by capitalists. Nothing takes the folks, the parents, out of homes and away from their children more than the fucking job or war. They blame the queer community for allegedly being perverts, attacking children, grooming. But they forgive the pastor and the priest and the coach and the cop that does it. For some reason, only certain boxes that can be checked off piss them off. To me, they're all monsters, peel them like grapes. There's the Heritage Foundation. Apparently some of the people in there didn't realize that they were working with neo-Nazis. Not quite sure how that one got by them, but okay. Our government's been blowing up innocent people in fishing boats. So major corporations can continue holding their power over the masses. So they can break our world into a few parts and have them being ruled by some asshole or another. All for illusions. What the fuck is that noise? Sorry about that. I can no longer agree with these systems. I cannot accept them anymore. And I'm seriously debating going homeless, which means I would have to give up transitioning, which might not be very healthy for me. But something's gotta give, and it's not the economy right now. It's not our fucked up form of democracy that's gonna give. Jake Paul and Andrew Tate got their asses handed to them. In fairness to Jake Paul's dumbass, he got his ass handed to him by a professional. The same cannot be said about Andrew Tate. I believe he got he lost to a content creator. Both the motherfuckers should be in jail, but I'll take them getting knocked out. And I don't understand why we keep doing this. Why do we keep this pattern up? Why haven't we broke this cycle yet? We're not just we the people. We are we the power. And we keep doing it their way. Even the way we protest, we do it their way. Even though I gotta admit, we got some savvy motherfuckers out there. One form of protest, because Home Depot is shitty people that help ICE. Well, shitty corporation that helps ICE. They went and bought, a bunch of people would go in there and buy this like dollar something plastic scraper, and then immediately go and stand in line to return it. So that slowed up sales and shit like that. It was kind of funny. It's time to do something different. Because we keep talking about the Republicans need to know, the Democrats need to know. No. The wealthy need to know that we're over it. And we're done with it. And we're not going to support any systems that allow them to act like fucking monsters and treat us like their footstools. Some of the shit that comes out of these people's mouths, I will never under fucking stand. I can understand and sympathize with those that get taken in by conspiracy theories. I was one of them. I can't hate on that too much. But when it is blatantly obvious that this piece of shit and his entire administration is helping cover up the Epstein files, yeah, there's no, I promise you Biden would have already been popped by now. And they keep saying, oh, well, the Democrats knew, why didn't they use it? Because it would have started a fucking violent outburst from Trump's base. Also, a lot of the files were under seal by the courts because the investigations and appeals. But the bigger question is, why did the FBI sit on shit since the 90s about this? We keep looking at the now and keep looking at this situation kind of like in tunnel vision. But we need to widen our lens a good bit because this goes back to the 90s. This involves big money, powerful people, and nothing was done about it. Well, that's my rant, my thoughts, the fuck ever. Imagine the world we could have if money had never been a thing. If the idea of riches and wealth had never been a thing. You're still a creative species. That wouldn't have changed. If anything, I think that would have improved. It's another thing capitalism kills. If creativity, curiosity, expansion. Kills the fucking IQ. Alright, guess I'm about to go. Whoever sees this, I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, I hope things get better for you. Try not to beat yourself up too much. And don't feel bad about stepping away if you gotta step away. Whatever decisions you make, just make sure they are your own. And not because mom and dad told you so, or because this is what your boyfriend or girlfriend wants, or just be authentic. Come from a true, pure place of you. And do look out for your neighbor, because in the end, we are all we got. Alright, peace out.